Welcome to another episode of Just Anime People. I'm Robin.
And I'm simping now.
Hold up. What you want to talk about today, Mrs. Simpkins?
So we're talking about Blue Lock, but I just want to take the opportunity to show my shirt. But then let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead, Robin.
You already know how I'm feeling, man. I'm loving this episode. Isagi and them picked the wrong player, but it's okay. I'll live with it. I'm only really let me not even lie to the audience. I'm just doing this for conversation's sake. They picked the right player. You know,
Did
I don't
they?
watch.
Oh, no. Between you and I, you've never admitted to me that he was the right player. I need to hear this. He
No,
is the right player?
just for devil advocate. Y'all know if you haven't noticed by now, for the listeners, I like the underdog. You know what I mean? The guy that's slept on, and everybody is not acknowledging his skill, and regardless of the fact, he's still showing that he's like, he's that guy. Hence the one his team lost, and what's his name with the purple hair was trying to be like down and depressed and stuff, and he was just like, keep your head up. You feel me? If you keep your head down right now, it's all over for us. So
That's some bullshit. I need to hear the exact reason. The honest thing, not for the sake of podcasting. The honest truth, as a anime fan, who
there's
would
no there's
have been
two
the
truths.
ideal pick for you?
There's
If
two
you
truths.
were
Hmm.
okay.
There's the people's champ,
Mm-hmm.
and there's the you feel me, the actual person. To me, he deserves to be the say his name real quick because I keep butchering it.
Kunigami.
Kunigami. He deserves it because he's what's needed on their team, in my opinion. Somebody that can keep the energy there when all the egos are clashing. Hey, snap back. Somebody that can be there as a defender, and he's very good when it comes to attacking when needed and when nobody's paying attention to him. Chigiri is a I said Chigiri. It is Chigiri, right? I don't know why. For a few seconds, I confused him about you. But Chigiri is an obvious guy on the field that everybody's looking at like, hey, don't let him do his run. Make sure you're watching him, you know? So I just feel like it would be too obvious. And every skill that he has, we already have that. The only thing that he has is a little bit more speed. But I would sacrifice to not having that full speed when I have Nagi on my team. What the hell? Nagi
Well, I
not better.
mean, which
Hmm.
is the argument you and I had? Because my point is, I feel the way you feel about Chigiri is the same way I feel about Kunigami. I feel as though Kunigami is just like a Walmart version of like Barrow. Is what I'm saying. He's like you know, a discount rack version of Barrow.
How though?
Be-
Borrow hates
the only
hates
difference
players.
between Barrow and Kunigami is the team playing aspect, but in terms of strength, he doesn't offer anything. And we are in Blue Lock to find the best striker, not the best team
Hey, I like.
motivator.
Hey, you smart, yo Hawkeye, what observation hockey is busting right now? You know why?
Why?
Because they're both the only two people that always knows their range of their shot. You know how they're always looking for their
Hmm.
range. I like that. Hmm.
So they're basically the same. Just Barrow is like on a different level, and this guy's on a different level. And the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, I feel as you are missing the whole thing. I think you like his personality, and that's why you think it works well. But
Sometimes that's needed.
Blue Lock is about building ego. We need people with the ego. We're not
That's
trying to take
ego.
out the ego. He doesn't have any ego compared to
It's
Isagi's
concentrated
team.
ego.
My goodness, the guy is not on the same level. And when you listen to Isagi's like logic for putting the team together, it makes sense why this guy is the choice. Like why Chigiri is the choice. And they all
We
like
want to
even
devour each other.
not
Ugh.
even just that not even just that, but like even by the time that because Isagi gives the whole spiel as to we need someone who is going to devour us, right? Which I
Mhm.
love that word. Anyways, he says that, and without like actually mentioning a name, all the other players are in sync. There's only one person that fits that mold. The fact that they no one had to say it and he had to be the one is like he's the only
No,
one. The
it's
truth is he's the
obvious.
only one. if it wasn't for you trying to be difficult right now, you can admit
It's
he
a
was the
popularity
only one.
contest,
It wasn't. He was the only one that
and he's a
evolved.
health hazard. That leg could break at any point.
Nonetheless, until the leg breaks, he is the best choice. He's willing to evolve, gloves off. He is actually growing as a player rather than every other person that was on his team. You have Rio sitting there sulking because some dude didn't choose him. Like, really. Then we have Kunigami that has literally the same strengths, but just watered down a little bit
And not
compared
having
to
our
Barrow.
team right now, it feels like we went to a buffet and we got some steak and we got some beef and we got some chicken and we got some sausage. There's no rice on the plate. There's no veggies on the plate. There's nothing different. Everything there is the same. The only two people that stand out right now is when Bachir comes back, then Isagi will have a counterpart. But for right now, Isagi is the only one that's playing. Their style is only him. I feel like everybody else we're just duplicating the same version of ego rather than spreading and getting a variety of egos.
I'm just saying, first off, there's nothing wrong with a plate full of meat. What is wrong with that?
Pause.
Honestly. I'm just saying. And the truth of the matter is, not all meat is the same because not all meat is cooked the same. You're gonna tell me you go to a restaurant, they give you a nice slice of filet mignon. You know me and my steaks, and they give you some New York strip, and they give you a ribeye. You have some chicken, you have sausage. You're telling me that they all taste the same to you?
Why is
Don't
all of
ins-
that on my plate right
don't insult meat because you want to savor your proteins.
now? Hell nah, that's too much.
Yeah. I'm just saying right now for what the team is going for because the whole thing in Blue Lock is to build a chemical reaction. And
I
if they
drew that by the way.
figured out,
I drew that.
oh my God, if the whole thing is to build a chemical reaction and this is what works for them to build a chemical reaction,
Hmm.
then that's what we go with. Because I'm going to point out this to you. The very first team is essentially the same gameplay. They don't have teamwork. They don't have someone putting them together. They're all playing for themselves and it's working. Why are you not knocking that?
You talking
Why
about
is
the
it that
very
all of a
first
sudden
team?
the team they played with, like the team that took Bachira from them?
Oh, the first three teams.
Yeah,
Stop it.
there was no teamwork. Everyone was playing for themselves. Let's watch that episode again and let's do this again after that. Because we still have to do a recording tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll put my foot in my mouth if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
But we
that's
can
what we're
watch
gonna
it
do. The deep
tonight.
dive. We're gonna do the deep. We're gonna.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If
But
it's
it was essentially the same thing. They play the same style.
Mhm.
They are Rin plays almost just like Barrow, just that he's better than Barrow. He is scoring for himself. So is the Chigiri knockoff on their team too. And then it's all I'm saying. They had the same team. They had the same dynamic. It's because at the end of the day, which is the same thing we're struggling with because it's soccer and soccer is a team sport. So it doesn't make sense to polish just one person. But
Yeah,
the idea behind Blue Lock is that we are looking
to
for the
find the best
best
striker.
one person. So it was one person that is okay with scoring the goals, which is the reason why Barrow isn't wrong. At the end of the day, he wants to be the one chosen. So you can't be dependent on teams. So all the people depending on teams to actually make it are being shooken off, which
That's
is
true.
why Chigri meets the thing. He wanted to have the teamwork, but he realized this team was evolving. He needed another skill to get better, and
Yeah,
that's all it is. Keep
and
getting
he's gonna
better.
stagnate where he was at.
Yeah, because it makes no sense for us to all just be like, you know what, let's just play the same mediocre football we've been playing all along and just keep going with a team. When at the end of it, they're not going to choose a team, they're going to choose just one person.
That's true.
So the
Let's not
whole,
go to let's say what you want to say.
Nana, you continue.
Because I don't want to do it all on video. I want them to tune in to the full audio tomorrow.
Absolutely. I agree.
Mhm.
I
If y'all
agree.
liked our banter, come listen to our hour and 30 minutes worth of it tomorrow. It'll be on all platforms, just anime people. Make sure you hit that download button, please. Let us know in the comments who you agree with. Me, make sure you pick me. Or if you're gonna agree, if you're gonna agree with Mrs. Nine here, and then we'll come back for more and keep going.
I'm just going to say, The main reason why you should choose my choice is because Chigiri is just so fucking cute. Why not? But if you do tune in to listen to the rest, we're going to be talking about Records of Ragnarok, and then finally have the introduction of Buddha.
Boo.
So we're going to talk about that and some more. So tune in, and we are just anime people.